Check, check. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hi. I'm just eating my ice cream. I can hear myself. What is happening? Hold on. I don't know if I muted myself or not. Can you guys still hear like the double playback or no? Because guess what? We haven't streamed from this computer in like probably since the wedding, and there have been so many updates. I mean, like, look, we're still decorated. You guys can't see it. You'll see it in a minute. We're still decorated for Christmas. Like, what happened? Everything is so different. And I'm sorry if I'm way too loud. Cool. I think it was on my side. I don't know. I muted it. I didn't know what was going on. As I said, everything has changed. So here we are. Nothing is set up. Obvi, which is why we're just getting this full beautiful picture of my office. Welcome to my new office. Yay. So yeah, that's a thing. It's fine. I think what I need to do is what do I need to do here? Oh, I think I need to turn that off and then turn this on and then switch it to this one and then turn it on. I can still. Nope. How do I not hear myself? Wait. Did I fix it? No, I didn't. It's fine. I doubt that's it too. I just don't want to hear myself. Headphones? I also don't think this is going to work. Nope. Hold on. Let me try one more area. Hold on. Maybe this is how? No, because now I can't hear anything. So that's also not right. I don't know, guys. Oh, it's so loud for you so often. I don't know what to do. It's okay, but I don't know what to do to figure this out. It's fine. We'll get there. I'm just very confused right now, so because like it should be working, but it's not working. Ooh, maybe if I do this. Whoa, that's so loud. Holy bejeebuses. Did I fix it? Did that fix it? Where I can hear the sound that you guys can hear, but not myself? I think I fixed it. Wow. I'm proud of myself. Hold on, let's test. Let's test something. Hello? Oh, I did fix it. Yes. Wow. Excuse that noise my throat just made. I sounded like a frog. I figured it out. Yeah, I could. I just don't have time. I mean, like, I could make time. I mean, I figured that all of this stuff was new as I went to, like, boot it up for the stream. Then it was like, download. Oh. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I gotta read this. Hold on. It's about to get sad up in here. Oh, maybe not that sad. No, it's still gonna get sad. I'm sorry, I just got a notification from Embark that they found a new relative that was Harper's. I didn't mean to have a meltdown on stream. I'm sorry. I just didn't expect that. And it kind of caught me off guard, and it's her birthday month. And just all this, the stress of the house and it being her first birthday not here. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not plan to cry tonight. Especially that bad. I just miss her. It's okay. Okay, I wish I hadn't seen that email notification, because then we could get started and we could be already underway for our first sprint, which I have to do because I actually have to get started and then I have to let Charlie in, and then I was gonna read and I don't know, maybe cross stitch, and I'll be back there, but like whatever at this point, you know, I don't know, we're figuring things out as we go. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. If it's anybody's first time here, I'm really sorry. We do cry on this stream a lot of times because of books, but not normally not like this. So I got an email notification. So when Harper was younger, I did a DNA test with her, and I did it through Embark, and even though she's marked on there as being deceased, I still get notifications when there's like a new close relative added to Embark, and that's what happened. And so And as I said, so May is her birthday month, and it's our first birthday without her. So it's been a hard month, and it just really got to me. Okay, so what we're going to do today is, I know, I hadn't seen one. No, it's okay. I hadn't seen one in like months, like a year probably. And so it was just super weird that one came across. So what the plan though for today is, which is not to cry. The plan for today is I really just went to cross stitch and listen to Valor. I started listening to it this weekend. I'm about a quarter of the way through. I want to keep listening to it and just kind of sit back and relax and enjoy that. So what we're going to be doing, since nothing in my stream is obviously set up, what we're going to do, because I don't have my fancy timers, and I also have a slight caveat to that anyways, so we are going to use our lo-fi spirit sessions to do our timers and stuff, which I have done before. I just need to get it added onto the stream really quickly, so let me do that. And then okay, yeah, and so I'm gonna get this added on here really quick, and I just need to flip-flop a few of like the scene layouts, and then I'm gonna go let Harper in real quick and grab a water, and then we'll put that there. I'm gonna make myself still be visible, just smaller. So let me grab that and pull myself forward now. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna be using this as our timer for today, just since I don't have anything set up. As I said though, there is like a slight caveat with all of this. So the program that I use to, not to do our automations, but to display like my countdown timer and all of that, there is a pretty strong, they haven't fully set it, they're looking for investors, but there's a pretty strong chance that it's going to get shut down. It's called Stream Elements. It's a very long-standing, popular like streaming software. So because of that, I have to find a different solution. So right now, this is my solution. I can hear Charlie crying, so I'm going to go ahead and get us started on our Pomodoros using this system, but we are going to take maybe like 20 to 30 minutes of this upcoming session to actually change how this looks so that it's not Christmas time in this beautiful house. So let me go ahead, let me get the Pomodoro stuff pulled up here. I want to get rid of that, and we're gonna set it up. I'm just gonna set it up where it's just like one, because you know that we always talk. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, but we are gonna do 3 50-minute sessions. So let's go ahead, let's get started. I'm gonna get my mic muted, and if you guys have any questions, or if something isn't working right or doesn't sound right, like if it's too loud, too quiet, anything like that, please let me know. Please don't sit and suffer in silence. Like, I am here to serve you. I can troubleshoot while I'm doing all of this, so just let me know and I will try to get it resolved. Other than that though, happy reading, happy productivity. I'm gonna go around and let Charlie in, and then I'll be back. Hello, hello. Oh, why can't I hear myself again? Dang it. I thought I fixed it. Oh, let me get this turned off. Hold on. Hold on. Stop. Stop. Thank you. Oh, wait. Did we find a new spirit Dex? Oh, we did. Oh my god. Look at how cute it is. Oh, it is so cute. That thing is so cute. Arachnid. Oh. We have to make that like our little partner in crime, guys. Oh my god. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, hold on. I need to figure out why I can hear myself. This is going to drive me up a wall. What did I do differently this time? Oh, probably because I unmuted myself on this like thing. Anyways, it's fine. I know that one was so cute. Okay. Is my like voice level okay with the music and everything? Because I literally had no time to test any of this. Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Sacred, I wasn't ignoring you. I was reading your messages. I don't know if you saw my head nod. So if there is one thing I cannot stand more than anything else in the world, it is when other readers, authors, people in power, so teachers, I would say parents to an extent, depending on their reasoning. Like if a book is very obviously an adult and a 12-year-old is trying to read it, okay, like I can understand kind of limiting in that sense. But when it comes to actually limiting that, I think that there is room for other opportunities where someone can still experience that writing, experience what that author has created, and form their own opinion versus being told or being limited. I believe in the freedom of of being able to choose whatever we want to read. A lot of people fight for stopping the banning of books. And when someone basically says that an author and subsequently their books are not allowed, and you are not allowed in their reading challenge, not allowed to be discussed, that's when I start to have issues with it. It's one thing to say, hey, we want to keep things civil and we know that this is a controversial topic. Please, if you do elect to read XYZ by an author who is controversial or a book that is controversial, that we are aware causes issues, you are aware potentially that causes issues, etc., please try to refrain from talking about it. I would respect that. If they say, if we notice that it becomes an issue, we'll shut it down. I respect that. But when they blatantly say, you cannot read this author, you cannot read these books, and participate in our reading challenge, that's when I start to have issues. That is why I do not participate in that challenge. It is why I was gung-ho to participate last year. I actually commented on her announcement video where she says that, and I was like, I don't think it's fair to tell people what they can and cannot read. Isn't that what half of us are fighting for, to stop from happening? If not more than half of us. And she deleted my comment. That was before I even started this readathon and reading challenge, when I was just doing things for myself. Hadn't even thought of this. And there is a better way about it. I actually have friends in the LGBTQ plus community, and I also have a sister who is very much involved in activism, who does a lot. I don't really participate in a lot of rallies and stuff, but she does. She's very aware of what's going on in the world. Yeah, so she So basically, I asked my sister, along with other people in that community, whether they are allies, an actual member of the community who has faced discrimination for their sexual orientation and decisions, who has faced racial discrimination as well. And I said, what are your thoughts on this? And yeah, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, I have people who are very heavily outspoken and involved in women's rights, green policies, LGBTQ plus policies and rights. Like, I have people who I can go to, and I asked them, I said, what are your thoughts on this? And every single person that I asked came back to me and said, I don't think that's right. I don't think it's right. They're doing the one thing that we are trying to not do. Censorship, banning books, banning authors. They're doing the one thing that we don't want to happen from any side. And they said that there is an opportunity for creators to, and people who, you know, can make an impact in even this realm. They said, you know, they're not huge readers, so like, I don't really know. But what they offered to me, they said, instead of banning it, why don't they say, again, how I mentioned, like, the whole, you know, if please don't talk about that author, only focus on that. That's why that is a rule in my Discord. If you are talking about an author who is controversial, I reserve, like, please don't even bring it. We're not here to discuss politics. We're here to read it. I understand politics are involved. I get that. But the main goal here is to focus on the actual book, the actual story. And again, if that starts to cause issues, like, we will take action. We will ask people, hey, like, simmer down, quiet down. But you can tell, like, it's never been an issue in our Discord. Like, we've never had an issue. And so what they said to me was that they were like, so, you know, they could offer that, put some rules around it. That's fine. And then what they could say, and if you choose to read an author or a book that is controversial for any reason, for any nature, here are resources to where you can do that without directly supporting the author. You could support your local libraries. You could listen to it on audio through them. You could rent it. You could go to the library and borrow the physical book. You could borrow a copy from someone. You could find a free copy possibly in a little free library. You could, you know, and like, they actually came back to me with these suggestions. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. So there are ways around it. And when I find readathons who don't do that, who say you are not allowed to participate in this readathon and read a book either because the book is controversial or the author is controversial, that to me, I will never participate in any readathon that they host. That is my personal opinion. As I said, they're I don't know them. I'm sure they're super nice and super level-headed and this and that, but there are other ways around it. I was very fortunate to grow up in a school system, even though I went to a religious school, where I had very I don't even know the right word right now off the top of my head, but maybe proactive teachers who would push the boundary, push the mold, explore themes and concepts with us as we're reading the books, and explain things to us in different ways. And, you know, we read banned books. Like, I was able to have that experience. And I don't, I don't, I never want to limit someone else with that. So it wasn't on their rules. It was in their Discord. I had actually like joined the Readathon. I signed up. I downloaded the papers. I started planning it out. And I was like, oh, they have a Discord. Cool. Like, I'll join. And I joined, and it was the Discord, and the creators had posted an announcement message saying that you are not allowed to read Harry Potter or any other books by J.K. Rowling. Yeah. And they said that it was so that members of their community felt safe. As I said, I understand. I get it. I just think that there's different ways it could be handled. So, yeah. So, sorry to rant there. Wow, it's been a whirlwind of a stream, and we're only one sprint in. We have sobbed hysterically. We've eaten ice cream. We've had sound issues. We've also talked about the politics of banning books. Where else are we going to go today? Who knows? This is why, if I actually would put in effort and maybe not work full time, but I need to work full time because I need an income and I need health insurance, where I'm like, I could probably have a podcast. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I was super embarrassed. Something had caught me off guard. So I was like super embarrassed about it. It was an email for something, and it's fine. Like, it all worked out in the end, but I wasn't expecting it. And then when I came across it, I was like, oh, shit. And then, like, it all kind of hit me. And I think wait, did we find another one? Oh my gosh, guys, apparently the window seat is the place. Look at the little bee. Oh, it's so cute. Guys, I don't know which spirit to have now. Do we have the bee or do we have the arachnid? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I agree. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not, so I consider myself, this could bite me in the ass. I consider myself a moderate for political purposes. But I lean more right, if that makes sense. But in my household, so even in my household, we don't have like fueled conversations about politics. Like, in our minds, like, we understand how each other feels, and we respect that, just as I respect you. I respect my sister. I respect my parents. I respect my neighbors. I won't judge someone based on their religion, their political choices, so long as they're not shoving it down my throat. That's a different issue. We're all individuals just trying to make the best out of our very small life in this world. And we're trying to do what's best for ourselves and our families. And it's very hard to make those decisions, especially in the world that we live in. And to me, it's not worth the negativity to my mental health that can cause, to fixate on it. And that's, so I just try to be respectful, and I try to, I don't know, maybe it's selfish, but I try to think about, you know, where am I? Like, where am I? You know, where am I? What can I do right now to be a better person? And sometimes the little things to think about and be like overly attached to it's just like, is that helping me to be a better person? I don't know. Would I rather go outside and instead take care of my flowers and have a place for bees to pollinate when they're freaking dying in the world and they're a huge part of our ecosystem, and have beautiful flowers and plants and hang out with Charlie and see my neighbors walking their dog or their kids and saying hi to them? That brings me joy. That brings me joy. And I would rather live in a state of joy than a state of dread and doom and fear. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that if that's where you are, but I'm like, I would rather curate joy and safety and a home that's welcoming and cozy and supportive no matter where your life or your dreams want to take you. Like, that's what I want in my life. That's what I want to feel. And so, you know, I try to think about that more than anything. Every day I try to think about how can we, you know, how can I create that for myself, for my neighbors, for the little girl in the stroller who says, hi. And I'm like, hi, back. And she's like, we're walking. And I'm like, I see you. Are you having fun? Yeah, it's kind of hot, but I'm having fun. That brings a smile. That warms my heart. It's those little things. And life is not perfect. It's very hard. But if I can aim for that every single day over constant worry about other things, oh boy, that would be the life. So are we going to keep the bumblebee? Okay, let's read about it. During lightning storms, I've noticed the lights flicker in strange patterns. So I have the thunder and rain settings turned on because we actually have a thunderstorm, like rain watch today. Like it started, I think, at like 8 something. Lightning storms are known to lure out bullbees, a rare treat for spiritographers to document these otherwise elusive spirits. When lights flicker during a thunderstorm, it is often caused by bullbees flying between light sockets, collecting energy like bees collect pollen. Their bulbs grow brighter as more energy is stored, and once at its limit, they return to their hives. I would love a chance to study their hives and find out how their society works, but researchers have yet to encounter one. Well, guess what? We're on fire because we did. Sorry, that was so corny. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get our next 15-minute session on. I'm going to switch out our little inkwell dude here, and we're going to keep the bumblebee, okay? Oh. Okay, hold on. We're going to get started, but I'm going to go run and get something to show you. Okay, because it's like perfect. It's perfect. Okay. All right, hold on. We might need to do a community vote on what we're going to name our bulbie. Okay, all right, but hold on. Guys, we have our own little bulbie right here. Okay, we'll need to come up with some good ones. Barnaby, I like that one. Can I call him Barnes or Barney? Okay, so we have our own little bulbie. Sorry to interrupt your session, but I just got this the other day to put in this room. How funny. Okay, all right, back to focusing. Happy reading, happy productivity. I'm going to turn Valor back on And I'm gonna actually cross stitch a little bit. Needle Lock came out with its next like pattern, and I haven't been able to do it at all until tonight. So we're gonna work on it. I do. I have a real life Bulby. Bee jelly. All right, I will see you guys in about 48 minutes. Happy reading, happy productivity. Hello, hello. How did we do? Stop that. Okay. Well, let me turn off my book real quick. Hold on. Guys, I just discovered that you can put Libby on your computer. Well, like, you can't really put it on your computer, but you can access it from your computer. Like, I definitely thought that it was a mobile only app, so that made me very happy. The other thing that I spent way too much messing with is this lovely, like, shitty Android tablet that's not even mine. It's actually Dominic's. He got it from a training that he did with his old company. And when they were like leaving the training, they went to like turn them back in, and the people were like, oh no, like you can just keep them. It's fine. It's like included as part of your fee. So he has not used it. It's been over a year, and I'm having some issues with the app that I use for my cross stitch tracking. I'm a little bit worried that this might be fried though, because it's quite hot up here where it's charging right now. So we'll see. But anyways, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try it, because a lot of people say that like Pattern Keeper is like by far the best one. They just don't have it for Apple products yet, which kind of sucks. And I thought for a minute, well, maybe I could just use it on my computer while I'm sitting here. Like that'd be pretty easy to like update, you know, as I'm working on stuff, because this is going to kind of be my new workstation, so to say, like right here, how I'm facing that way. But then I was like, but wait, if I'm sitting back here where Charlotte's sitting right now, I'll still need the tablet. And you can install Pattern Keeper on your computer. So here I am, still without a great solution. So I just decided towards the end of it, I'm just going to start stitching. So we are going to continue stitching. I've made it 3 chapters since starting Valor tonight, which is pretty good. So I'm on chapter 33. I just started it. We are about 34% of the way into the book, and I am still like very interested. I feel like, again, it's one of those stories where I am kind of waiting for like the impact to happen. And because this is my first high fantasy series, I don't know if the impact is going to happen every book, or if it's going to be more so something when like you get to the end of this series and you're thinking back on it and you're like, wow, like everything just lines up and I'm amazed. So I don't really know what's going to happen yet. I will say this, Malice, it really took to the last maybe like 25%, if not less than that, for me to be like, okay, I'm sold. And so that's kind of how this is too. I went in knowing that, so I think that helps me. But as I said, it's one of those things where it's like, because it's my first high fantasy, I don't know when to expect the stuff to happen. So we'll have to see. But anyways, hopefully this tablet works. I think it's stuck in a loop right now. That's part of like the charging stuff. And so I can't even get it to like turn on, or like it just shuts off automatically. So I don't know if this is fried or not. Say a little prayer or thought for this little tablet here. So yeah, so I went into Malice though knowing that it was quite a lot. I think what did help me is I did read. Sorry, I am starving. I don't know why. Probably because we ate dinner super early today. So anyways, so I went into Malice knowing that it was like a slog to get through. Like it was going to be rough. Metal Slinger, nice. You did? Okay, cool. I think you told me that you started it because you were able to get it from the library. And I said, oh, that's great. And you said that you were like really enjoying it. I was like, oh, that's great, because I don't know when I'm going to read it. So, but yeah, so I went into Malice knowing that it was like going to be really rough. I will say, if it confuses you, there are a lot of characters, at least in these books. I don't know if his other books are like that, but I know in this series of The Faithful and the Fallen that there are a lot of characters, and you really can't look up like a full character list without getting some spoilers. I did find one. It was on Reddit if you search for it. But even then, I think I would have been confused. What really helped me was immersive reading. So I immersive read probably about 50% of Malice, and then once I was able to like distinguish the characters, I was like, okay, now I feel comfortable enough solely listening to it on audio. And so that has helped. I will say there have been some new characters in Valor. I need to look up a character list for Valor because I'm kind of the same way with Valor, where I'm like, wait, who was that? Is that a new character? And I think that's what has happened, is like some new characters were introduced and I wasn't expecting that. So, there have been a couple of people who have died that I've not been super happy about, but it's fine. So you guys remember what like, I'm just warning you, like, definitely look up like people who have read it and their reviews, maybe not any spoiler reviews, but just their reviews in general, because like you have to sign up for it. Like, and as I said, I think that's what has helped me, is that I was like, I knew that it was rough to get into and like hard to get into, but I knew that going in, which I think has allowed me, and like now I'm just like ingesting the story. It's basically like if I had a parent reading me a story at night. That's kind of how I feel about it right now. Like, we're just on this grand adventure and we're just going with it. Almost like how I feel about like the Lord of the Rings. I'm so sorry. Whew. Okay, anyways, so I don't know if you guys can tell. I'll say this one thing and then we'll get started. I don't know if you can tell, but I have added these 2 bookcases, right? Okay. Added these 2 bookcases. Thinking between these and my 2 bookcases in the living room, that'll be plenty more space for all the books I own without double stacking them. So when I have deep shelves, what I do is I do a double stack. So I push books all the way to the back, put books in front of them. So I double stack. They're double stacked, like they're double deep, double stacked deep. I don't know what to call it. Anyways, I have to still do that. So, I don't know what to do. I'm a bit lost. I will point out this. That row and this row are 2 rows deep. In the living room, most of the shelves are 2 rows deep now, because I'm trying to find places to put all these books. I just don't know where to put them. So I also feel like I'm going to be going through a huge purge and cashing in and not buying more books, just, you know, getting money. Hi mama. I also think that I need to go on a permanent buying ban, which I hate to say, that's something very hard for me. I'm definitely a book dragon, goblin. I don't know. Dude, I would say more shelves, but I have nowhere else to put them. That's the issue. So, can you guys hear her meowing? Come here. Do you want to say hi? No, she like ran away. Like, fuck that. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Say hello. Say hello. I am here. I is mama, and I is here, and I is purring, and I is happy, and I is tired. I had a very long day. A very, very long day. Didn't you? You had a long day, huh? Why are you acting scared? Why are you looking scared? So anyways, so yeah, so I definitely would get more bookshelves, except I have literally nowhere to put them. So so what that means is that I will, yeah, she's a little potato. We call all of our animals potatoes, except Zoe, because she's skinny. So what I'm running into is that I think I'm gonna have to purge books that I like never think about, and also books that are like YA but not YA fantasy or romancy type things. But I'm thinking like YA books, mystery books. I'm debating horrors. You know what? Maybe we need to have a month where all we read are horror books, because I have like just a small selection of horrors because I don't know if I'll like them or not. I'm kind of a scaredy cat. So, we'll be sitting in here like, did you hear that? Oh, I just scared the cat. Whoops. Sorry, Mama. Anyways. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. And yeah, if you're local to Northern Kentucky, I will charge you like $2 or $3 a book. Because here's the thing, I probably won't get rid of any of my special editions. If I have a full series, it'll be hard to get rid of. Now I will say, let me show you one series. Okay. Well, if we can do this without this stack falling on me, don't mind my skin peep in the back there. At least it's not a plumber's crack. You know what? Girls got some sun-like sense here. Okay? Alright. Let me try to get this. It has that really nice soft touch cover, but it makes it really hard to pull out of the stack of books. Oh, these are gonna fall. Oh god. Oh god. No, I don't want the whole stack. At least I caught half of it. At least I caught half the books that fell. Okay, anyways. So it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Alright, so. Or Q3, I just need to change all of what I'm reading the rest of the year to prioritize reading books that I think I want to get rid of. Because here's the thing, I have thought about doing this before, and then I come across book series like this. Okay. This is a very short series, the 4-book series by Leah Stone. I don't know how to say her name. Anyways, I got these from Book Outlet for like maybe $5 a book, because that was probably when they were having a sale. And so I got the whole series. And in my, look, it has little photos. Okay. In my opinion, this series for most people would probably be like meh. Writing is super straightforward, very easy to digest. I read this series. It was the first bit of passion that I felt after Harper passed away. And so for me, I'm like, I'm not a big rereader. I tend to not reread books. And I'm like, I probably will never reread this series. I have 4 of them. They're all about the same length, by the way, so they're really quick reads. But the emotional attachment side of me is like, but this is what got me out of like my, okay, I won't even say that it got me out of my deep depression. It's called The Last Dragon King. So it didn't get me out of my deep depression, but what I will say is that it kept me from falling in deeper, if that makes sense. So the emotional side of me is like, I can't get rid of this series. This series overall, I rank super high. And the reason why, because it doesn't have a high ranking. If you look at it on Goodreads, Storygraph, etc., they don't have good readings. But the reason why I rated it, this high is because for me, it was what I needed when I read it. I needed something easy that I could get lost in, that I could immerse myself in, that had some romance, that had some intrigue. So, how do I get rid of this? I don't know, but I'm not a big rereader. I'll probably never reread it. But how do I get rid of it? Same once I finish The Faithful and the Fallen. How do I get rid of that after I've read it? I don't know. So this is where I'm stuck. I am stuck. But then, I have a lot of books. We'll just pick this one because it fell as part of that stack that I got because I thought I would like it. And I always forget that I own it. So, like, and I'm pretty sure it's YA. I don't know what it's rated, but it's called The Hedge Witch of Foxhall. And the little, here, I'll read you guys like the little synopses things, okay? And we'll see if we'll like this, okay? The witch who might save the throne, the princes, plural, by the way, the princes who might steal her heart. I don't know what that means. Okay. Yeah. My other issue is that I do like reading physical books when I'm not cross-stitching. So, like, that's also why I buy books, because I like to read physical books. Okay. This one isn't nothing special. It's just a green cover. Okay. All right. A prince who hates magic, a prince who has spent his life hiding from it, a witch who is determined to protect it. Magic is fading from Wales, choked off by King Offa's dike. The enemy earth. Does that make sense? King Offa's dike? I don't know. Okay, anyways, the enemy earthwork that spans the entire border. Even the dragons have disappeared, and now an attack is imminent. Prince Taliesin would love to watch magic die. Prince Drafid fears it, and the throne. But when their father promises the crown to whichever son can destroy the dike and restore magic to Wales, the brothers are forced into an uneasy rivalry. Fionn works hedge witch magic for poor folk, not princes. Unlike the power-hungry Vauxhall Coven, she uses only what nature can spare. But when the Coven's greed costs Fionn everything, she will need power beyond her wildest dreams to get back what she's lost. So when Prince Taliesin arrives, begrudgingly seeking a witch's aid, Fionn agrees to help him, even if it means walking from one end of Wales to the other with the most useless peacock she's ever clapped eyes on, even if it means striking a bargain with Drafid behind Tal's back. The fate of Wales depends on their quest, and so might the fate of Fionn's heart. Right? That's why I bought it, but I always forget that I own it. This is from Laura E. Weymouth, another author of a book I've never read or heard of. A fiercely lovely, wild-hearted enchantment of a story with characters and a landscape worth falling for. Sheer magic from beginning to end. It sounds like a book that I think I would love. Guys, I have an announcement to make. Next year, we're canceling Once Upon a Year. We're not moving into volume 2. I'm going to focus on reading my books. I'm making the announcement now. That's the hard part of doing reading challenges, not gonna lie. So, anyways. Yeah. It sounds like a book I'd be interested in. But like, how do I, I prioritize that? I have no idea. So, thank you. Because I didn't know. It's spelled D-Y-K-E, which I'm assuming is the British way. And that's why I was like, wait, what? No, I'm not serious. I'm not serious. Don't worry. My Jesus. No, but what I should do is I should prioritize reading them. My goal is to at least get my books to be single stacked. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hi. The demon child. We had very nice mama, and now we have the demon child. Did you guys see her creepy sitting over in that corner of the desk, by the way? She was creeping. Joey. 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 Okay, are you guys ready for our last sprint tonight? See, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. She's like, get off of me. Oh, she selected every single color in my thing with her paws. It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna restart. Okay. All right, let's get started on our last sprint. I keep talking too much. Okay, my new desk has a keyboard tray. So not used to it, by the way. It throws me for a loop because, like, I forget about it and then, like, yeah, right? Maybe I should, like, try to see if it'll fit into anything. The other big issue is that, honestly, like, April and May, like, I haven't read that many books. Like, it's wild, but I really haven't. So, I don't know, like, I've just been so busy with the house, so then, like, I need to shut off at the end of the night. I haven't read that many books. It's really bad. Okay. All right, let's start our next and final session, and I'll see you guys in about, like, 50 minutes, okay? Bye. Happy productivity. Happy reading. Get my book started. I'm on chapter 33. Ooh, 1 minute till chapter 34. Sweet. My goal is to get to 35. Hello. How did we do? Sorry for the couple of issues that we had with YouTube here. Someone is sitting like right here. Hi. You're kind of in the way. You're kind of in the way. Okay. She liked the bumblebee, by the way. That's why she was over here. She was staring at it, like on the screen, how it was like moving. She was staring at it. Anyways, how did we do? Hopefully good. I made it to chapter 38. I actually made it pretty far. What were we on before? I don't remember. Anyways, some things happened and I was like, what? So as I said, I kind of think of this as just like my... I mean, do you see her creeping? Why are you creeping? Why are you creeping over here? She's like, I'll bite you. Why are you creeping? Okay, I'll stop. She's very testy. She's a very testy cat. Okay. Yeah, she's like, no, stop it. She's watching my screen. That's why she's sitting over there. So, but anyways, yeah, sorry about the couple of YouTube issues. I'm not sure what was going on. I almost like wonder if they were maybe having like an outage of some sort, because Lo-Fi Spirit Sessions was intentionally made with the fact that like people would be streaming it. So all of the playlists that they have are curated through basically non-copyrighted songs. That the... I know. I was a minute shy of 36. Okay. So we read 2 chapters basically, which is fine. I don't listen to this on a faster speed. So that's probably why, because if I do, I won't like digest it. Anyways, so that's pretty good though. I'll probably end up finishing the chapter tonight. But yeah, Spirit Lo-Fi Sessions was like specifically made to be streamed. Like they knew that, making it so you have some curated playlists, which is like what we're on right now, which is all non-copyright, and then you also have like the lo-fi girl who is an artist, I believe, who also creates non-copyrighted music. So like it was kind of, and because like we've streamed this before and we didn't have issues, so it was a little bit weird. Anyways, with that said, I think we're gonna call it a night. We'll be back on Thursday though. We will be back on Thursday. If you guys need anything in the meantime, just let me know. Also, exciting announcement, in case you did not see it in Discord, I am going to be doing our festival sprints this weekend. I know that they're a little bit late, so sorry, but we're gonna do our festival sprints this weekend. So we will be live, I think I did from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. 1 p.m. something like that, EST. So I will make sure, I'll try to get those added to the YouTube schedule, and Discord. I don't know if I'll get into Discord. It's a little bit harder to do those, but I'll see what I can do, when I have my night off tomorrow. So, oh, good. Okay, good. Yes. That was the other thing. Thank you for the reminder. So since I obviously just got my setup done to where like it's semi-working, and even then it's not like at a point where I can like really do anything quite with it, minus like bare bones stream. But I went ahead and I posted the June side stories yesterday, so you should see them in the side stories channel underneath the volume 1. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. But they're pretty straightforward. So yeah, pretty straightforward. So if you guys need anything though in the meantime, please let me know. I will be around. I hope that you guys have an awesome Wednesday. If you can't hang out Thursday, if you guys are busy because it is Memorial Day weekend coming up, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. I hope you get to spend some time outside. If you do celebrate, if you have any picnics, eat some good food, etc. It's Dominic's birthday weekend. He's actually going to go visit people, his mom and grandma, and I have elected to stay home because I need sanity time to finish organizing the house. Which is why we're doing our reading sprints. So, but yeah, if you guys need anything though, you know how to reach me. As I said, I hope you have a good rest of your week. I'll see you Thursday if you can make it. And if not, I hope you have a good weekend. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. Bye. Oh, I have to get to the right screen. This is so awkward.